Alright, welcome back everybody to a brand new episode. We are in 0.36 and we are playing the RLS beta. However, all of our cars seem to be gone. That is, I think, because they get sold. However, there's a conveniently placed taxi here. Now that's pretty good. So let's get in it and see where it takes us. Alright, so as many of you know, in every single update, pretty much, your career cars get sold and you get the money back. So I've gone ahead and spent some of that money getting some stuff ready. Just a little bit, you know, just so we can have a nice start. Like I haven't restarted an episode or a season because last season wasn't really that long. So yeah, I've got some stuff prepared and I'm really excited to show you, and we're gonna have a lot of fun this episode, so please stay tuned. Last episode I mentioned that we were gonna make something that was over 1,000 horsepower, and trust me, we are sticking to that. So let's see where this taxi takes us and have some fun. Alright, so we have arrived. Our taxi dropped us off here, and I've got something prepared for you guys. It's quite a nice thing, and I'm really excited to start using it, and it's only part one of this first thing, so let's quickly reveal it. Yup, there it is. So we have a brand new D series, and the reason for this is because we need to start towing, because we have a lot of project cars. So like I mentioned before, all of our money, or all of our cars, sorry, got sold, and we got our money, so we have a pretty healthy amount. And I used some of that to, you know, buy a D series, upgrade it a little bit. So we have the early style front with a dually rear end using the Kodiak bed and the early lights and stuff. So it does look a little bit weird. It doesn't really work very well, but we do have a gooseneck hitch back here, and there's a reason for that, and that's because we also have a trailer. So let's quickly go pick that one up. So as you can hear, we are still in a V8, and it's automatic. It's only rear-wheel drive for now. We don't really need to be hauling crazy things. It's not super heavy, but you know, I wanted to have a little bit of fun if I needed to, and I think it's gonna do great. But our trailer is all the way over here, so let's quickly go get it. Boom, and here she is. Perfect for 2 cars, which is exactly the amount of slots that we have left to, you know, buy project cars and such. And in the last episode, if you guys have watched that, I mentioned that we were going to be building something that has over 1,000 horsepower, maybe even more than that, to be honest. And if you wanna see that, stick around, because we're going to be buying 2 project cars, and one of them is going to be that car. But for now, let's load this up, and then I'm just going to take it back to Chinatown and see what's available in the marketplace. Now let's talk for a little bit. I know I have been kind of gone for this whole month, and that is because I have become Raceless's editor. And what better month to join the editing team than the one where he wants to upload daily. So I've been very busy editing, getting things ready for him, etc., and it's been, as you can imagine, pretty difficult. So that's kind of why there's not been much content, but rest assured there will be more content in the upcoming months, because less uploads on his channel means more uploads on mine. And I'm so excited to get back into the swing of things. I've genuinely missed recording and editing for myself and whatnot, and you know, just building cars and being able to do whatever I want. It's going to be a lot of fun. I also think I took the wrong turn, but that's a different story. Alright, here we go. We're coming out to Chinatown. Now, this car seems to be struggling a little bit with the uphills, so kind of worried. We might actually need to upgrade it more than I thought, but we are going to keep it as is right now because, you know, I mean, I just can't be bothered, to be honest. I just want to get into the fast cars and make them work and fast and yada yada yada. But let's go check out what is in the marketplace. I'm also really not excited to reverse this thing out, but it looks damn good. I'm very happy with it. Okay, here we go. So there's 2 cars I want to buy. One of them is going to be a drag car. And guess most of you probably have guessed it, and that is the car that we're going to be working on today. But I also want to buy a new drift car because, well, it's me. I need a drift car, you know? So let's quickly look at private first, because that usually has pretty good deals. And I don't really want to be going too crazy on money because we have 240,000, but it's not going to be a lot. So we could buy some of the new Burnside cars, but I don't know if any of the mods actually break it. So we're going to skip on those for a little while. Okay, so there's nothing in private though. So let's look at Trusted. Trusted is always a good shout, especially when you're swapping engines, because I mean, all the money is just gone. However, there is this. Rear-wheel drive is automatic, but we're gonna probably be swapping the engine in it regardless. So we could buy this for our drift car, but let's just hold off on it for a quick second. Let's look at the Gavril car dealership, because these are a little bit better built, newer cars, but they can also be quite expensive, as you can see here. We got the Barstow Aerosport. Ooh, they're both manual. They're like exactly the same car. One of them is just worth $1,000 less for 1 mile. I think we buy this. Let's just set the route for it. Okay. Get back in our truck, and now let's laugh at Shift Tab for reversing this thing all the way down here, because I am more than likely gonna fail massively. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, okay, chill out, chill out, chill out. Oh, easy. I'm just too good. I'm just too good. It didn't take 5 minutes, I promise. Alright, you're gonna have to wait, ETK, I'm sorry. Here we go. Oh lord, that's a lot of traffic. Never mind, we're good. Alright, let's go pick up that car, because we spent way too much time doing that. Oh, it wasn't even that far. We could have like walked to that. That's crazy. However, I'm excited. Look at it. Oh, it looks kind of good. I'm actually quite a big fan of the that front end being different to the normal Barstow. Hopefully Beam can like do something like that for whenever they eventually refresh it or do whatever to it. But let's get out of the car and check it out. I think it was a Super Sport. Is that right? Road Sport. Okay, okay, okay. Now I want to test drive it. Can I test drive it? Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. Let's see. Ew. Why does it sound like that? That sounds awful. What engines it got in it? Oh, that. Okay, whatever. So we're gonna have to engine swap it regardless. That's fine. Let's just What am I getting arrested for? I wasn't even going fast. It's weird. It's a weird car. It sounds like it's like missing like 2 cylinders anyway, or 1 cylinder. Alright. Cool, 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 cool. Let's take it back over here, end the test drive, and I think we're gonna buy it anyway. Just because we need something. And it looks cool. So we're not gonna need to do a lot of work in terms of body. And we're just gonna need to engine swap it, which should be fine. So let's go, let's get it. And then I'm gonna load up the trailer, or sort the trailer out. And then we're gonna go find another car, but I'm not gonna go through that whole issue of the marketplace. I'm just gonna go down to Trusted and hopefully find something there without having to, you know, go to the marketplace. There we go. Now let's get our new Road Sport. It's a freaking inline 6. Insane. It sounds awful. I hate it. It's definitely gonna change, but oh my god, that's so bad. There we go. So the way you keep these cars on the trailer without moving around and whatnot and falling off is you keep the brake pressed. You can probably keep it in first as well and keep the parking brake on, and then just get out. And it should keep the brakes applied, and then it shouldn't move as much. So you should be alright to drive around, even a little bit erratically if you need to. Ooh, that might hit the thing. That's definitely gonna hit the thing. Okay, let's get up here. Just like, no, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, there you go, perfect. Keep it in first, turn it off, and then off you go. Press it up to go down. Love it, love it. Look at that, perfect fit. Beautiful. So now let's get in our D series and go over to Trusted Auto. There we go, we are here. Now, just from that little drive alone, I'm going to tell you, we definitely need to do something to this. We're going to need to do something major to this because it barely pulls one car, so I can only imagine with two. However, that's not important right now. We should be able to get where we're going. Now, let's see what Trusted has to offer. So, everything that we were looking at previously has sold. That is one of the new features in 0.36. It's kind of a pain in the ass because if you miss something that you want, that's it, you're screwed. But if you come back into the inventory once more, all of the other cars should be loaded. Might take a little while. There we go. So, we want a BX ideally. There's one here, which seems like a pretty good deal. Can't lie. Oh, look, the special gas there by inside. That's cool. And I mean, we need a BX, so I think that's what we're gonna go for. We don't really have much of a choice. So let's just purchase this. I already know what it's like. It's gonna be an automatic. It's gonna be rubbish. Let's go. And here she is. This is our new BX. It's kind of a different one. Look at the rear windows. So there is more mods in the RLS collection pack, and they feature like different body styles. So we got Ibishu Plus, which is currently broken, I think. But we've also got something else, and this body style is kind of sick. Kind of like a weird, I don't even know what to call it, but it looks so short. I'm kind of keen. Let's move her over. What she sounds like. Yeah, just sounds like a rubbish 4-cylinder. Nice, nice. Oh, I think I'm a fan of this. This looks cool. Just line her up. Get the trailer down. There we go, it is down. Let's get our BX onto the trailer. I hope it fits. Oh, this is gonna be real tight. Look at that. There we go, that's gonna have to do. That's gonna have to do. Turn it off, brakes on. Bob's your uncle. Oh, that's a cool little feature. I wonder if that's in the normal BXs. Or it's called like the BX here? Whatever. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just go. Put this down. Now, whilst we drive there, I do want to say as well, if you're watching this, thank you so much for hopping back in and, you know, supporting me and watching the channel and the videos. I will say there is gonna be a wheel cam coming in real soon. In July, we are gonna have a wheel cam. We're going to be doing 90% of our episodes on a wheel. So that should be really fun. And there's even a little bit of a discount code for you guys if you decide to buy the same wheel. So keep eyes out for that. And let's get working on this Barstow. So here we go. Here's our Barstow. And like I said, we are building a drag car out of this. So there's a few important things that we need to do. And that is, first of all, going to be suspension. Because you can't have a drag car without good suspension to handle all the power. So I'm going to quickly do that. So, Pro Drag rear suspension live axle. Lovely. We're going to need some brakes for that as well. More clearance, of course. We're going to need all the clearance that we can get. And then I'm going to go for a race limited slip. I was going to go for the locked, but just in case it gets a bit darty and goes to the left or right, I don't really want to be dealing with that too much. But there we go. Sway bar, we're gonna need the Pro Drag sway bar. And then rear wheels, I think I'm just gonna go for the Old Faithful and do some Adler Vulcans, because I'm a big fan of those. Look at that. Looks sweet. We're gonna go by 12 and we're gonna go silver as well. We can go for the Mio Pro drag tires. They look a little bit weird, but it should be okay. And now wheelie bar. Wheelie bar is a big one too. We're definitely gonna need that. So let's do that. We're gonna need dual for sure. We don't really care for the color, so that's fine. Let's go for the Pro drag shaft. Let's go for the Pro drag drive shaft. I can say that a few times in a row. That's crazy. So that is that. Now we're gonna need some independent tubular front suspension. I think that's gonna be a good shout. Race front shocks is already on. Perfect. Race front springs, and then we're gonna go for the Adler again. But these are gonna be nice and skinny. Let's see, Vulcan. There we go. Perfect. Next up is definitely gonna be power. And we do have the steep engines in here. So I think I am gonna do that. Maybe the cannonball. Actually get a V8 going. Should be a lot of fun. And then let's just do all of the other bits. We're probably gonna go almost all the way in terms of power. We might even, I might try and keep it NA. Maybe just make a nitrous drag car. Who knows? But right now, I'm just gonna upgrade all of the main things that we're gonna need. And then go from there. Okay, there we go. And I think we are at a point where we can actually test it out. But first, we're gonna need to tune it a tiny bit. Make sure that the revs are high. Make sure that the wheelie bar is actually working. Now, we do not have... Wow, that rev's high. I don't think we're gonna get it that high. So let's just put it up to like 75, 76. And yeah, let's just... Length, we're gonna need a big length. We're gonna need quite a bit of width. And then let's just try the angle. Is that gonna be good? That's almost perfect. Look at that. Like I've done this before. And then in terms of tire grip, we're actually gonna lower it down to normal. And then I think it's time to test it out. I am probably going to change the color of this one day. We do have the drag 2-speed transmission. I do want to see how much power we have though, so I'm going to use a simple power UI if I still have it. I might not have it. Okay, I do not have it. So let's look on the normal one. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Torque curve V2. So we have 831 horsepower right now. No nitrous, no turbo, no anything. And it falls off really heavy towards the top end. So yeah, I don't think revving it up to 7500 or 7600 is gonna be good for it. But, you know, we'll give it a go regardless. But for right now, let's meet you at the drag strip and then see if we can get a good pass going. So here we are, we have arrived at the drag strip, and just from driving here, I have already noticed a few issues. Like, first one is definitely the radiator. The radiator definitely needs a little bit of an upgrade, or I guess a lot of bit of an upgrade. And two, I don't think we have enough power just to have 2 gears, at least not right now, at least not the way we've tuned it. But regardless, let's test it out, and then if we need to do something else to it, we can just go ahead and do it. Yeah, see, it just kind of falls on its face a little bit in second gear, which isn't too bad, but it's not what we want. There we go. We ran a 1017 by the looks of it. I know I have the UI in the way, but that's not bad, but it also isn't what we need. It's not what we want. So I'm going to go back to Chinatown, fix it up a little bit, maybe put the 3-speed in it instead of the 2-speed, and then give it another go. There we go, we are back, and we've done a little bit. So we got the radiator, like I mentioned before. We have lowered the rear suspension a tiny bit too, alongside the wheelie bar as well. And if you look up here, we have also added some nitrous. So right now, peak power with nitrous is 1300, and now we are on a 3-speed transmission. So this could be better. I don't think I have the trans brake binded, but that should be fine. I'm gonna do a run without nitrous just to see if the gear ratios are better for it. Bit of a weak launch. But it seems much happier, honestly, through the rev range. So that's pretty good. Yeah, 976. That's almost a second faster just off gear ratios alone. So let's get down to the bottom here, turn around, and then do a pass for nitrous. Alright, so we are lined up again. We have nitrous activated. Now let me tell you about the nitrous. So we are using the Mio's nitrous, and that gives us a ton of adjustability. We have about 400 shot, 500 shot, and it only activates in second gear, so we don't get that crazy spin off the line. So I have gone ahead and activated the trans brake as well, because frankly it wasn't doing very well without it. We had a really bad launch. But here we go. The trans brake literally does nothing, understood. So let's just go. There we go, nitrous is activated. It's definitely faster, but we need to fix that first gear. Yeah, 885, that's pretty good. However, I think we can do a lot better if we just tune the first gear to be a little bit longer, I guess, maybe? Or maybe just have nitrous on first. Who knows, right? Let's just try that. I will say though, this car is just like, it's just dart straight. You don't get scared or anything. I mean, we don't have a lot of power right now or tire, but she just goes straight. There's no issues. I don't have to worry about it right now. It's kind of really good. Alright, so here we go. I have added more nitrous. I put a medium stall converter instead of just a low stall converter. And we've actually upgraded the intake manifold because it turns out we were running dual carb. So we've actually got a lot more RPM range available to us as well. So let's just give it a go. It should be a lot better, I think. Oh, and one more thing. We have made nitrous activate on gear 1 as well. So it should be a little bit more extra. So let's give it a go. Yeah, wow. That's infinitely better already. 756. Ooh, and it launched so well as well. That was so good. How much money did we make from that? 3 grand? That's not bad. That's not bad. I do want to give it another go and then see if we can shift maybe a tiny bit earlier. And if that works out, we're gonna go and just raise more power. We need more power. I think that's the only thing we're gonna really be able to do to get more power, to get better time out of it. So let's see what happens. Now I will say, if you want to play RLS career mode right now, obviously the update has just dropped. You will need to be part of the Patreon. I should have it linked down below if I do not forget, but if not, just go over to Raceless's channel and follow all the links for RLS career mode. Now this will be coming out free, don't worry. But right now it is in beta, just to test out all the bugs, just to add a few more features. Like there is a tuning thing right back there that isn't available yet on my version, but will be there, so you can just like tune for free without having a garage and stuff. It's really good. But yeah, if you wanna play now before it comes out for free, and just go support the guys over at RLS. But here we go. Let's just stage up again. That should be good enough. Go. Straight into second, and then third. And we are gonna run out of. Ooh. Oh, that was actually exactly the same time. Perfect. That's great. So we are gonna definitely need more power, maybe a tiny bit more grip, and apparently more nitrous. So let's get that sorted. I might even tune it a little bit just so it's lower, and maybe try and remove some more weight. We'll see. We'll see. But for now, let's just go back. Alright, so here we go. We are at the drag strip once again. Now I have lowered it some more, gave it more power, more grip on the rear tires. I have made the final drive longer, just so we don't run out of mile an hour. And then I think that's about it. Now I could make the body panels a little bit lighter. I think there is lightweight panels for all of that. However, I don't really have the time for that right now. I just kind of want to make this fast and then work on some other stuff. So let's give it a go right now. Let's activate nitrous. Put the trans brake on. I'm gonna activate it towards the end because we have a lot of power. Ooh, that ain't it, chief. Oh, our wheels are actually gonna beat us. That's hilarious. So I've gone ahead and repaired it. Now let's, I'm gonna try it on this side of the drag strip, just so we can maybe, if we go like right, we can just have more space so we don't hit the wall. Well, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go real quick. That's better. Now I don't think this is gonna be much faster. Hell lie, that was a 7 flat. That was so good. That's actually really, really good. I'm dead surprised at that. Wow. And I think with that is gonna be the end of this episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I know I had a ton of fun recording again, finally, after, you know, being away for so long. But rest assured, we are back and there will be more uploads coming soon. So hopefully you enjoyed. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.